grandma's home but make it chic. Top Grandmacore Decor trends for 2025. Welcome to the ultimate tutorial on turning grandma's cozy home style into a chic modern haven. Today we're diving into the top Grandmacore Decor trends for 2025 that blend comfort, charm, and clean design. Whether you're starting from scratch or working with what you've inherited, this guide will help you level up every space. From vintage florals to lace doilies reimagined, we'll show you how to keep it nostalgic without feeling stuck in the past. This is not just decor, it's a lifestyle upgrade with warmth and wit. Get ready to mix, match, and modernize with intention. Let's get into it. Vintage meets minimal, the perfect pairing. Start with one statement vintage piece like a velvet armchair or an antique cabinet. Balance it by surrounding it with neutral streamlined furniture. Think white sofas, black metal side tables, or light oak finishes. The goal is to let that vintage element sing, while everything else supports it quietly. Use negative space to your advantage. Give each vintage item breathing room. Avoid clutter by limiting decorative accessories and sticking to clean lines. If you add a floral armchair, for instance, skip busy curtains and opt for linen panels instead. Let the charm stand solo. Pro tip: a single bold vintage find is more impactful than a room full of antiques. Choose wisely and spotlight it with lighting. Florals, but make them fashion. Choose bold, oversized floral prints in updated palettes. Think terracotta, slate blue, and warm olive. Use them on one statement item like a couch, rug, or curtains. Pair with solid, matte finishes to create contrast. It's vintage reborn, not wallpaper from 1982. Avoid overusing florals in every corner. Let one print dominate and keep surrounding elements minimal. Think floral couch, neutral pillows, or floral wallpaper with muted furniture. Elevate it with brass accents and velvet cushions. Pro tip: large-scale florals in subdued tones are the fastest way to make florals feel current. Pattern layering like a pro. Layer patterns using a tight color palette, no more than 3 core hues. Mix checks, florals, and stripes for dynamic visuals without chaos. Start with a patterned rug, then build with throw pillows, curtains, or upholstery in the same palette. Scale matters. Combine large, medium, and small patterns to keep the eye moving. Don't put two similar scale florals together or it'll feel flat. Break it up with solids and textures like velvet or knit. Pro tip: use a solid colored border or trim to visually separate patterns in the same space. How to avoid cluttered chaos. Start by choosing display zones like a mantle, bookshelf, or sideboard. Group vintage items by size or material: all brass, all lace, or all ceramics. Avoid spreading items evenly across every surface. Follow the 3 to 5 item rule per vignette. Use trays or risers to add height and structure. Add breathing room between clusters so each group shines. Clutter becomes curated with a little restraint. Pro tip: rotate vintage decor seasonally to avoid overload and keep things fresh. Color schemes that say chic grandma. Stick to vintage-inspired muted colors: sage, blush, buttercream, and dusty blue. Choose one as a dominant base, then layer in accents with matching warmth or saturation. Avoid overly bright or high-contrast combos. Grandmacore thrives on softness and subtle warmth. Think walls in sage green, furniture in beige, and pops of rose in the pillows or art. Pro tip: match the color tone, not the color itself. Warm with warm, cool with cool. Gallery wall goals. Grandmacore edition. Start with a vintage mirror or embroidered frame as the focal point. Build out with small vintage portraits, lace hoops, and pressed flowers. Keep frame styles eclectic but within one tone like wood or brass. Map it out on the floor first. Vary sizes but keep spacing consistent, around 2 inches apart. Add one unexpected item: a ceramic plate or antique brooch box mounted to the wall. Pro tip: incorporate vintage fabric scraps in small frames for texture and nostalgia. Heirlooms without the dust. Use glass front cabinets or cloches to keep heirlooms visible but protected. Group items by theme or era to create stories, not random clutter. Light your heirlooms with small battery-powered spotlights or LED strips. This elevates them from stored to showcased. Avoid plastic bins or drawers unless they're labeled and part of a rotating display. Pro tip: photograph heirlooms and display the prints in matching frames. It's visual and less fragile. Crochet is cool again. Here's how to use it. Layer crochet throws on armchairs or use them as cozy table runners. Choose neutral or earthy toned yarn to keep things modern. Steer clear of rainbow patterns unless you're doing it ironically. Frame small crochet pieces like doilies or pot holders as wall decor. Combine with minimalist elements like metal or wood to give them structure. Pairing old and new is the core of this aesthetic. Pro tip: stick to 1 or 2 crochet textures per room to avoid overkill. DIY turn doilies into wall art. Stretch large doilies over wooden embroidery hoops. Spray paint in muted gold, cream, or soft gray to match your space. Arrange in clusters on the wall or line them up symmetrically. You can also sandwich small doilies between 2 glass panes and floating frames. Add labels with their origin or who made them for a personal touch. These make great conversation starters and heritage pieces. Pro tip: back doilies with linen or burlap for added contrast and warmth. Muted pastels that aren't boring. Opt for chalky finishes in pastel tones: sage, peach, powder blue, or mauve. Paint walls, accent chairs, or cabinetry with these soft hues to create warmth without flatness. Combine pastels with warm neutrals like sand, oatmeal, or greige. Avoid pairing pastels with pure white; it can feel too cold. Instead, add natural wood or brass elements for grounded contrast. Pro tip: use matte paint in velvet or linen fabrics to keep pastels feeling luxe, not nursery. The magic of Moody accents. Introduce Moody tones like deep plum, forest green, or charcoal in small doses. Think velvet pillows, painted trim, or a single dark wall. These accents ground the softness of Grandmacore with sophistication. Layer Moody colors with soft textures like lace, crochet, or tufted upholstery. Avoid harsh lines, go for rounded antique silhouettes and aged finishes. Moody doesn't mean modern, it means mature elegance. Pro tip: a Moody corner with a dark wall and gold-framed portrait can transform a whole room. Repurpose, don't replace. Look at old items with fresh eyes. A cake stand becomes a jewelry holder, or a vintage suitcase becomes a side table. The charm is in the creative reuse. Paint old furniture in muted tones and swap knobs for antique brass. Reuse old linens as cafe curtains or pillow covers. Grandmacore is sustainable style. Pro tip: add caster wheels to vintage crates for rolling storage that's functional and fab. Tea cart to bar cart glow up. Take that dusty tea cart and clean it up with a fresh coat of pastel or matte black paint. Add a glass tray, vintage decanters, and gold-rimmed glasses. Top with fresh herbs, cloth napkins, and a mini lamp for a glowing vibe. Don't forget a small framed vintage print to anchor the aesthetic. Pro tip: use tier trays to separate cocktail tools, glassware, and garnishes stylishly. Curated clutter. Make it intentional. Group items with purpose. Books stacked by color, candlesticks by height, ceramics by glaze. Organized clutter feels cozy, not chaotic. Use trays, shallow baskets, or linen cloths to create borders for your vignettes. Layer items, but always leave breathing room. A cluttered shelf should still tell a story. Pro tip: step back and snap a photo. If your eye can't focus, edit the scene. The comeback of antique china. Don't hide grandma's china in the cupboard, display it proudly. Use plate hangers, open shelving, or stack sets with lace doilies in between. Mix floral, toile, or gold-rimmed pieces in curated color schemes. Let one pattern shine and use the others as accents. Even mismatched sets can feel intentional with the right palette. Pro tip: hang small saucers as a border above a window or across a gallery wall. Embrace the doily. No, seriously. Place doilies under vases, candles, or even as layering pieces on throw pillows. Choose modern tones: cream, sage, slate, not bright white. You can also layer them in open shelving for a soft edge. Try overlapping different sizes for a more organic, less formal tea party feel. Pro tip: tea stain white doilies for an aged, antique effect that pairs well with warm wood. Turn thrift store finds into focal points. Look for standout shapes: a lamp base, ornate mirror, or quirky sculpture. Clean, paint, or rewire as needed, and display it front and center. Frame thrifted art with new mats, or turn a vintage tray into a wall-mounted shelf. Focus on personality, not perfection. Pro tip: keep a color theme in mind when thrifting. It helps unify mismatched treasures. Textiles that tell a story. Layer heirloom quilts over chairs, or hang one as a tapestry. Use vintage scarves as table runners or framed fabric art. Mix textures like lace, wool, and chenille in complementary tones. Let the fabric do the storytelling. Don't cover it up with excess decor. Pro tip: scan or photograph vintage textiles to preserve them and use the print on new items. That wow! Swap boring white shades for floral, pleated, or fringe-trimmed ones. Go bold in shape: scalloped, square, or cone. A new shade can revive any lamp. Make your own by recovering with vintage fabric or tea towels. Use fabric glue and trim for an easy no-sew upgrade. It's a small detail with big impact. Pro tip: use warm LED bulbs to bring out fabric tones and create a soft vintage glow. How to style a vintage bookshelf. Mix books with curated decor: teacups, candle holders, small framed prints. Alternate vertical stacks with horizontal ones to vary the rhythm. Use wallpaper or fabric at the back of the shelf to add depth. Limit color palettes for a unified, intentional look. Dust weekly to keep it charming, not musty. Pro tip: incorporate one playful item per shelf: a ceramic animal, mini oil painting, or quirky clock. Adding old world charm without the dust. Choose timeless architectural pieces: arched mirrors, clawfoot tables, or carved wood frames. Clean finishes like soft matte or satin prevent the forgotten attic look. Balance ornate antiques with fresh florals, clean linens, and minimalist lighting. Add greenery or modern vases to breathe life into older silhouettes. Pro tip: pair antique wood with glass or marble accents for a luxe, lightened-up vibe. Mixing metals the Grandmacore way. Mix brass, pewter, and copper with intention. Use aged finishes and stick to warm tones. Limit combos to 2 metals per space to avoid visual noise. Try brass candle holders with pewter frames or copper pots with brushed gold hardware. Unify them with surrounding colors: cream, sage, dusty rose. Pro tip: if it looks accidental, it's messy. If it's repeated, it's a theme. Lace layered right. Start with a lace tablecloth or runner, then layer over solid textures, wood, linen, or velvet. This keeps lace from looking flimsy or overly delicate. Use lace curtains sparingly, maybe just one panel in a reading nook. For furniture, add lace as an overlay on throw pillows or chair backs. Pro tip: mix lace with stripes or ticking fabric to modernize the look. Statement sofas with a soft touch. Opt for tufted or rolled arm sofas in velvet, chenille, or floral tapestry. Jewel Balance bold upholstery with neutral walls and light accessories. Drape quilts or lace trim throws over one side to soften the silhouette. Pro tip: one statement piece per room is enough. Let the sofa be the diva. Grandmacore, but make it TikTok friendly. Focus on cozy lighting, sound-friendly textures, and soft color gradients. Create spaces that look great on camera, nooks, vignettes, and layered textures. Highlight DIYs, thrift flips, and aesthetic setups in natural light. Add subtle motion, curtains in the breeze, a steaming teacup, to charm the algorithm. Pro tip: use a soft filter and lo-fi playlist to tie your content into Grandmacore vibes online.
We hope you found these ideas inspiring and helpful. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so share your ideas in the comments below. And make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos.
See you next time.